So, New York might be about to elect a mayor who says when the boot of the NYPD is on your neck, the laces on that boot are tied by the IDF. Yeah, that's Zohran Mamdani, the same guy leading the polls for mayor right now. And you know what? I actually had to double check that quote because it sounds like something ripped from a conspiracy Telegram channel. But no, he said it. Is word to word. It's been quoted in the local press and confirmed in clips from his campaign stops. And if that wasn't enough, he also said the United States, through its support for Israel, subsidized genocide. Another line that keeps popping up in his speeches: I can't support any state that has a hierarchy of citizenship based on religion. It sounds moral until you notice it's a bumper sticker glued with a 3,000-year-old history. And it never seems to apply to a neighborhood. Iran, Saudi Arabia, Hamas-run Gaza, all somehow invisible. You know what that means. We're not talking about policy disagreements anymore. We're talking about someone who's built his whole platform on a very specific kind of obsession with Israel. Shalom. I'm Igal, your host, and this is Middle East in less than 5 minutes. Now, here's the part most people miss. Zohran didn't invent this worldview. He inherited it. His father, Mahmood Mamdani, is a well-known Columbia University professor, an academic who's been writing for decades about good Muslim and bad Muslim, about Western imperialism, colonialism, and the evils of Zionism. He's also been called out for defending suicide bombers as soldiers in a resistance struggle. That's not me saying. That's literally from his book, Good Muslim, Bad Muslim, where he talks about the meaningful role of suicide bombing in intifadas. That's the worldview Zohran grew up, a world where terrorism gets intellectual cover and Israel is a villain in every story. He compares Israelis to Nazis, calls for ditching the Jewish state for a homeland without sovereignty. In Slow Poison, he equates British laws for Nazi tactics. He sits on the Gaza Tribunal Council, BDS crew with terror ties. At Columbia, he blocked Jewish students from pro-Palestine camps. Zohran? It's in the blood. Palestinian cause central to my identity, he says in a 2025 New York Times interview. And so, when he says the NYPD laces are tied by the IDF, he's not improvising. He's just translating his father's lecture circuit into TikTok language. And now, Barack Obama, yes, that Obama, reportedly calls Zohran Mamdani and offers to advise him if he wins. Not a formal role, sure, but still, think about it. This is the same Obama who pushed the Iran deal over Israel's objections, who abstained on the UN resolution condemning Israeli settlements, who spent years trying to balance between Israel and regimes that literally call for its destruction. And now he's saying, hey Zohran, if you win, I'm here to help. I'm sorry, but that's not mentorship. That's legacy building for a very dangerous ideology. Let's break it down. The NYPD IDF line, that's not activism, that's anti-Semitic framing. It's saying Jewish training, Jewish methods, Jewish influence equals oppression. It's the old protocols of the elders of Zion in modern activist language. The subsidizing genocide line, again, it's projection. Israel spends months warning civilians to evacuate, drops leaflets, pauses fire for humanitarian aid, while Hamas hides rockets in schools and hospitals, and somehow the genocide label lands on Israel. Never on Assad, never on Sudan, never on Houthis or Iran, always on the Jews. And that hierarchy of citizenship line? That's rich coming from someone who says nothing about Arab regimes where Jews can't even live openly. Meanwhile, Israel's got Arab Supreme Court judges, Arab doctors leading hospitals, Arab MKs sitting in the Knesset. That's not hierarchy, that's democracy in the middle of chaos. So yeah, I'm triggered. Not because of one politician, but because I've seen this movie before. We've reached a point where anti-Semitism doesn't come in brown shorts, it comes in hashtags and campaign slogans. And when someone who calls Israel genocidal gets a phone call from a former US president offering to advise him, it means this isn't fringe anymore. It's mainstream. Zohran Mamdani isn't just another politician with bad opinions. He's the polished face of a generational lie, one that started in academia, spread through activism, and now wants the mayor's office. Let me know what you think in the comments, rate the podcast, and share it, because the only antidote to anti-Semitism is truth. I'm Igal, your host, and this is Middle East in less than 5 minutes. Until next time, Shalom.